Yeah.
when Barbarian came out and got really great ratings and was,
Yeah.
high. I can't remember. I think it was a number one that weekend. At like
with 10 million.
Yeah, it was like 10
little
million.
over.
But it was a number one.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was like, they're like, I mean, if you want to book it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, I don't know what to do with it. Barbarian, and it's not about a bunch of cute little barbarians running around
Right.
with a talking horse. They're like, I don't know what to do with this.
I am brave.
That's such a good...
That would be what it is. Voiced by me.
It's a barbarian with
Voiced by
a
Kyle.
white guy Kyle voice.
This is the Off the Break Podcast, your podcast dedicated to current movie theater news, operations, and insights from the people that book the movies.
Back to work this week here on Off the Break Podcast. Serious business to be had.
So much
Aw.
serious business.
Yeah, Taylor Swift, Dwayne Johnson, serious stuff that we're dealing with
Serious bookings.
on a serious podcast.
Yeah.
Serious bookings for the first week of October, it feels like, though.
Well, it felt like mad dash because in typical Taylor Swift fashion, she negotiated only with AMC, and AMC did not share the news as they should to get the competitive edge, and got to announce it, and then everybody else scrambles.
Yep.
And it was a scramble for us. And then the whole rest of the week, we performed excellently. We got on it. We got them all booked. And then I had to hear from everybody bitching about how AMC sold out their shows, but they had to put tickets on hours later and didn't get to sell as many. And I'm like, I got you booked as soon as possible. Like, I am not AMC. I did not get to have the exclusive Taylor knowledge on this.
One of those where sometimes we're like, hey, wait to put tickets on sale. It was like, put tickets on sale.
Yeah.
Like, we'll figure it out later.
I texted people. It was like, Taylor news just dropped. I'm on it. Go ahead and put tickets up. Like, it was literally like, just do it. I will get this booked. And I could not have done it any faster. It's very frustrating to hear bitching.
It's just very much Taylor Swift fashion. I mean, we have two of these now, so it's not a one-off thing. This is how this is going to work.
Yeah. She's always going to go to AMC first because it's easier to just go directly to the last person that she did this with. And
everybody else
figured
is
it
going to be
out.
on the outside looking in.
But the distribution is done through variants for the rest of the theaters, right?
Correct.
Wouldn't her team know that? So now they know to go to them as well insteed of just AMC first? That's what I don't understand.
AMC owns the rights to it. So they are technically the first line distributor. Yeah. So they are the ones that negotiated with her, bought the rights to it, and then they sell. I assume
then they can't go.
I assume they go to variants. Then like, we're going to release this on this date, but they're gonna, we're gonna have all these ready to go in our back pocket first.
So they're like code distributors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, AMC that's why it was on the trailer files. Everybody was received. That's why you're going to see an AMC Films up before her movie starts.
Right.
Like, it's going to be a lot of the advertising that we saw out there had AMC on it.
That's so
stuck in
lame.
it, so you couldn't change it. So if you're a small independent theater, you're also promoting AMC.
So there's no way to like cut those trailers and advertising off. You can't like plug in your own first and then
I'm sure
switch the files or something.
Not on. That's part of the DCP game where it's one solid file. This is why when people want intermissions or they want to edit movies, you have to literally go up and push a pause button in the booth like it's a VHS.
Yeah.
Pause.
So I guess which would be more embarrassing then?
No, we just grit teeth and bear it. Hopefully it makes it for a very strong weekend. I mean, it looks like it's already this weekend compared to last year is going to be up like 40%.
Yeah.
Which is great. We'll take it. But we would like to see independents get a fair shot in all of these. Taylor, if you're out there listening, give us a shot. There's more money to be made from your end. Not easier money, but more money to be made if you go to a film distributor.
Right. A real one.
A real one.
Yeah.
I'm sure as much money as Disney made off of your Eras tour coming to them for streaming, I'm sure they'd be glad to distribute it. They distribute all sorts of stuff and bringbacks and Searchlight movies and 20th century movies in the beginning that they did not want to distribute.
I was gonna say you're kind of right on it, but that's why I kind of would be scared.
His Antlers got pushed back like 4 different times.
Yeah, because they just did not know what to do with it. They're like, who do we book this with?
This movie's spooky.
Yeah.
When Barbarian came out and got really great ratings and was,
Yeah.
high. I can't remember. I think it was a number 1 that weekend. At like
with 10 million.
Yeah, it was like
a little
10 million.
over.
But it was a number
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
Right.
And it was like, they're like, I mean, if you want to book it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like they were like, I don't know what to do with it. Barbarian, and it's not about a bunch of cute little barbarians running around
Right.
with a talking horse. They're like, I don't know what to do with this.
I am brave.
That's such a good.
That would be what it is. Voiced by me.
It's a barbarian with
Voiced by
a
Kyle.
white guy Kyle voice. Oh well, it was also catching up this week because we were at Rocky Mountain
Theater
National
Convention.
Theater Owners.
Nope,
or
not
what is
that
it
anymore.
now?
It's
Okay.
Rocky Mountain Theater Convention.
Yep.
Okay.
Heard a lot of NATO being tossed around at that convention. We gotta
We got to get rid of that.
find a way to get rid of that, guys. Gotta work on that lingo.
Yeah.
Next.
Well, it was that for like 20 years, but
So I think we gave
old
him
habits are hard to get rid
we
of.
gave him a
Alright.
year off, but I think next year we dress Kyle up like a soccer referee.
Yeah.
And he has yellow cards and red cards to
Right.
give people and blows the whistle.
Yeah.
Anything to get a laugh? it's
Cinema
fine by me.
United is acceptable.
Yeah.
Rocky
Yeah,
Mountain
even
Cinema
that.
United acceptable. Okay, I'll take the card off.
I'll allow it.
Use it twice. You got to sit down.
So this is a regional theater convention for theaters in the Rocky Mountain West. I think it's like Utah, Montana, Wyoming,
Washington.
Colorado. No, Washington technically was Pacific Northwest.
It was
But we
in
had
Spokane.
we had
You
the
can
convention
get
in
them
Spokane.
in.
We can let them in, and yeah, New Mexico. So
Yeah, no, it's a fun swath. We're located in the Rocky Mountains. We have lots of theaters that go to this, so it's fun.
Yeah.
And you get to know these through going to CinemaCon, going to other conventions. Like you get to know the vendors and stuff.
right,
So-
and these regional ones, I think, are just a nice change of pace. They're smaller scale. You still get to do all the things that you do at like a big one like CinemaCon, where there's still vendor trade show and there's still the studio presentations, and there's still an education component. But
And dinners and open bars.
dinners and open bars. Yep. But it's just a smaller scale, and you see a lot of the same people because you're in the same region.
Sure.
And you just create a nice, friendly atmosphere, and I just really like it. It's like a small knit group of friends that you see every year, and sometimes it's hard to like be like, oh, we gotta go because it's in the fall, but I never
Traveling's
regret going.
hard no matter
yeah.
where you are.
I
Yeah.
never regret going. I always have a good time.
But it is fun going to like a room of 100 people and knowing like 80 of them.
Yeah,
Like
it
that's
really
always
is.
kind of fun. Or at least recognize him. I know that guy from somewhere, and you walk by and like, look at the badge.
Right.
Everybody looks at the badge. What theater are you from?
Yeah.
What vendor are you?
That was
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
the first question when meeting someone. Which theater? Which vendor?
Yeah. So we had a great time. We helped out. We ran a raffle, and
We did.
yeah, Kyle ran out prizes. Ken called out the winners. I helped with the drawing. It was like a whole team effort.
Alyssa and Shayla also helped with like the
Yeah.
prizes
Oh,
as
they
well.
smoked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we did
A big team effort
did
here.
a 25 prize raffle in 12 minutes, 12 and a half minutes.
We were told it had to be under 15 minutes because we were on a time constraint. We're like, okay, we can get this done.
I was a little worried that it would be too much of a whirlwind if we were that fast, but I think everyone was into it.
Yeah.
I think everything got distributed. Everybody got their prizes.
Hopefully. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure everybody got
Pretty
their
sure.
prizes. We learned some few things. We will definitely do it different if we do it again next year.
Well, if we're in charge of the raffle, she came
Yeah.
up to us 7 minutes before the raffle started. And just, I don't know if we're going to get this done on time.
Yeah.
Like I
And
can
the
do it.
Ken-
I can do it in 15 minutes.
Right.
Ken was
I can
like
name
challenge
that.
accepted.
I can name that tune in 3 notes.
Yeah.
I like what you guys said about like the size component, like just being so helpful for a conference such as this, because I feel like since this was my first time, same with Alyssa and Shayla, obviously, that we were able to get more of an understanding about like listening to the industry a bit better and just understanding like the qualms of the industry more compared to like CinemaCon, which CinemaCon's still great.
It's
But
great, but it's so big and it's public. Like it's public to like in Caesars. They're not
Right.
going to close the doors.
right.
So everybody in every room at Rocky Mountain is there to be there.
Right.
It's not like when you're walking to and from and you see people gambling or smoking or carrying on. It's like, you always have that twinge like, what film company are they with?
Yeah.
Well, I
Are
like
they
the,
one of my clients?
I like the
Hopefully.
regional too because they're truly independents. These
Yeah.
smaller ones aren't dominated by staff from an
the
AMC, a
chains,
Regal,
yeah.
Cinemark. Like they're just not. These regional ones aren't for the big guys.
Yeah.
CinemaCon, that's kind of for the big guys.
It's spooky when they march in a line
yeah,
into like into those conferences
All
and
wearing
stuff.
the same shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Freaks me out.
right.
Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah,
bum,
exactly.
bum,
You're like,
bum, bum.
Yeah. So it's truly like really independent guys, usually smaller theaters.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even get the mid-range chains, although there are a few in our region. But it's just, so you get like a couple bigger regional chains, but it's mostly just little independent theaters, and those are our bread and butter. And I love those guys, and they're the ones struggling, and they're the ones that need the community the most. So
Yes,
I think
time.
they're the ones that benefit the most from it. In fact, just by looking over across the table, seeing another person there that's in the same boat as you, and like having the camaraderie of that is, I think, amazing. And that's hard to put a price on that, because that you get plugged into a community when you get to go to these things, and I don't think when you leave and you go home that comes back with you, that you can really think like, oh, I invested in that with the price I paid for this. Like you just don't realize that you got that.
Yeah, definitely. And if that's just, I think one of the biggest takeaways, if you're someone that has heard of this conference but are not sure if you want to attend or not, or if you get something out of it, at the very least, above all else, you're going to get that community aspect. It's just healthy.
Yeah.
It's just healthy no matter what industry of work you're in, to just know like everyone's involved in the same thing. Everyone has like the same frustrations or successes as you do. And I think it's, from what I gathered, it's good to share notes, or at the very least just to be able to catch up just on a human level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just a lot of different takeaways, things we focus on each week in our business, and then like big picture stuff that people, somebody might have done something like we did empanadas and it was incredible. And you're like, oh, there's a spark or a light where it's like, maybe it's not empanadas, but there's something else that I can figure out. Like there's a little nugget there that can make my theater more special.
Yeah, sometimes a wake-up call is helpful.
Yeah.
And you can get it out of that. Like I think even for myself, when we're listening to other theaters just throughout the conference, there was moments where we're like, oh, we didn't think of it that way, or oh, that's a creative idea, or just whatever the case may be. Even for ourselves, we have a podcast and we sound smart, I like to think, on it, but sometimes we also need that as
Right.
Well, there were some things that were wake-up calls to smaller theaters. Like we go in and we really try to like over-inform our clients. Like if you want information about a film, like we have it available for you.
Yeah.
Kyle spends most of his week just putting stuff online where it's available 24/7 for people to look up and find.
Yeah.
But I felt like a lot of these small theaters were seeing the trailer reels from places. It was the first time they were seeing them.
Yeah.
And as soon as the trailer comes out, Kyle posts it, has it ready to go so you can see it. Even like flip through, like, I've seen this one, but I haven't seen this one or this one.
Yeah.
And it's like really educate yourself. But it felt like people were like, what is it? That looks good. Song Sung Blue. I've never seen a trailer for that. And it's like, we've had that for a hot second.
Yeah, that was kind of one of my biggest takeaways, is that for some reason this industry has a hard time getting everyone on the same page at the same moment. And granted, like for business owners, sometimes you can't cover and see everything. I get that. But I think it reaches out to even beyond these business owners. It reaches to the studio levels as well.
Yeah.
There is something very frustrating that somehow needs to be fixed. I don't know how, but it's very frustrating to see, like, it's sometimes, even for us, we don't get stuff right in the moment as much as we try to.
It was
Whether it's like a studio announcement for a movie, or whether it's even like something for a vendor announcement. Like sometimes the vendors even, I feel, have a hard time reaching out to the little guys as well. They attend these conferences and it's
Right.
Yeah.
great, but I still feel like there still needs to be more of a push to have them be talking on the same level as these business owners that don't have the same resources as like a chain.
Yeah. Don't have a full-time staff. marketing staff, all
Yeah.
these things that come into play.
Yeah.
And also, Cody and I found the major disconnect was getting it to consumers in a digestible way. Like, how do you do that? Because we see it, it's in our algorithm. Like, if you flip through, if Kyle flips through a Google search, like, there's going to be an ad for Smashing Machine this week.
Yeah.
Like, just because of what we look at on our computers and our phones all day long.
Yeah, I am not the best judge when it comes to like whether
What-
an algorithm is working or
Right,
not.
what people are seeing.
People-
What
yeah.
are what are people
I am
being
not normal.
marketed
I
to?
haven't seen anything on this, and I'm like, I'm only seeing things for this.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I think that is difficult moving forward, is getting to audiences. That's a takeaway that I had. I also felt that like this year in particular, there was some really good educational components on the last day.
Yeah.
And I look at the panels on an education day and I'm like, oh, that just sounds like a lot of work. I don't want to be like talked to, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, no, for the first time, because I always skip that stuff. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need to know this.
Wow, she's better than the rest of
I know.
us.
I always skip it. Even at CinemaCon, I skip those.
Not better, but especially at CinemaCon,
No,
we have way
Right,
more
we
stuff
we
to
have-
do.
Yeah.
But I've never attended panels at the regional level. I always take meetings or find a quiet time. But this year I was like, no, I'm going to attend every single panel. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I learned something on every single one. I took notes. I have so many notes that we can talk about on future podcasts, on blogs. I was like, this like got my creative juices and my business like ideas just going. And I was like, oh, I got so much out of it, but there was such a barrier to me to want to participate. And that's something I think, next year, if we help with the convention again, I want to address is like,
People have to get over this idea
Yeah.
of sitting there and listening, because there is new stuff. I mean, you had the best joke of all the panels when you spoke, but the most interesting guy was the credit card processor. I could have listened to him talk all day long.
No, true.
For me, it was like, I
No,
was
he
like,
was great.
what are we talking about here? This is amazing.
Credit cards, oh boy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there was just a ton of interesting things. They had the architect firm in there that is doing, switching out auditoriums to try to include like family entertainment centers or
Yeah.
redoing lobbies and stuff. I mean, we could have talked ideas, so many ideas for that. They should have had the people that do the popcorn buckets get up there and talk about now merchandising. Like the
guys
got
at
up,
Snapco.
yeah, I got up on the panel.
They're going to be a great resource, by the way.
Yeah.
And Golden Link too.
And Golden Link too, yeah.
Yeah.
I got up on the panel and I have just been like hounding this. I know on previous podcasts, I know on blogs, I have been hounding merchandising in lobbies. I'm like, you have lobby space. It needs to make money every square footage. And it's like finally now it was like an opportunity to talk about it, but it just is like you need multiple voices amplifying that stuff.
It can't
And
just be the one voice while
Me-
everyone's like, sit
I know, me
down.
being like, let's sell fun things in the lobby.
Right.
And it was like going through it,
I want to turn the lobbies into Hastings.
yeah.
When you walk through. I mean, seriously, I want all the fun trinkets. I
No,
want.
I got all excited about, I mean, the idea of blankets for people that have like
Oh,
4 or
yeah.
5 theater
They're
locations.
being sold at chains now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if
It's
you
happening.
are XYZ theaters and you have 4 or 5 locations, I think they were relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
And you had to buy a big amount, but not such a massive amount. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sell one a day for a year for
Right.
like 5 theaters.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything crazy. And if
But
you have
you
a
could
big
have
movie,
your own branded, logoed blankets selling in
Yeah.
the theater. Or you could have fun ones with characters on them and stuff. But you could.
you can the sky was really the limit, and it was like, this is really cool. Like if
I
you're
would have totally have bought.
XYZ
Yeah.
and you have like the towns on there or pictures of the staff or whatever the case, like you could have something
Or just your
creative for
cool
you.
branding.
Well,
Yeah.
your logo obviously goes on one side all by itself and
Right.
it looks awesome.
But they were so soft and
They're just
oh,
fleece blankets.
but they were really soft. I was like, ooh, I really want one.
Whatever
of
is
these.
in that fleece is working.
Yeah.
All right.
The asbestos is in the fleece is amazing. I took all the itch out of it.
So yeah, we found lots of really interesting things, lots of future things to discuss on the podcast and in blogs.
Yeah.
We had a really good time, seeing everybody, being part of the dinners. The studio presentations were good, although we had seen a bunch of the stuff already. But there was still a few tidbits in there that the studios always bring. That's like, yes, like a little Spider-Verse, like a little teeny bit of Spider-Verse. Like it really is going to happen one of these days.
I know. We've been talking about how excited we are for 2027. I don't want to bang this drum because that was the whole, like, when it was NATO, they're like, survive until 2025. And this year was just on par with last year. Very similar national gross. And 2026 looks better.
Yeah.
But 2027 looks incredible. And for my 12-year-old son, there's now a Simpsons movie announced.
Yes.
He's just discovered Simpsons, so he's very excited.
There's a Demon Slayer movie announced.
For Mom. Here we go.
And then there's Spider-Verse. And he is like freaking out. He's like, can it be 2027 yet?
I remember that as a kid.
Yeah, that excitement.
I think it was 2008. Like Indiana Jones came out and Iron Man came out as well. Like Star Trek. There was, I remember that feeling too.
Back when we used to
be excited about movies.
Have the answering machine grosses is what I was thinking about.
Oh, the answering machine grosses, yes. Where people call in, this is blank blankety blank theater, and the nightly gross for Friday was blah blah blah.
We played Iron Man and that was so that was Cody's Sunday night job, and she asked me to come in and help her
when we were dating.
Shortly after we started dating.
You're
so
like,
one person was on the phone listening, and then would say it out loud, and the other person would type it in.
Yeah.
And it was like my first week was Iron Man.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is how much money theaters make? This is crazy. And then over time it was like, we played this for $14 on a Saturday. I was like, oh, no, that was kind of special.
Yeah.
I would feel like if you were first being introduced in that way, it would feel like you're listening in on people writing down coordinates, like secret coordinates to some
it felt
base
like
or something,
that.
like as if you're in a war or something.
It was voicemails, it was faxes.
Right, exactly.
And a few emails.
Yeah. Felt like Benedict Cumberbatch figuring out the Enigma machine.
Imitation game.
By Craigs, we've done it.
Iron
That's
Man
true
made that
love
much.
there.
Oh.
Coming in on a Sunday night to be like, I'm writing down numbers for this girl.
No kidding.
It's fun. This was fun.
Yeah. He also went to a Rocky Mountain with me once when we were dating.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That early on.
I think it was Helena, Montana.
So we have to
Really?
look up what
Yeah.
it was, but it was a minute ago.
Yeah. It was.
We don't have to say the number out loud. That's fine.
But
And I won a TV
Oh, really?
at the raffle.
I wish I won a TV. I think they had a TV there.
trying to think.
It was a TV or a gift card and ended up being a gift card.
Ah, okay.
Trying to think who was there, but it was Jenny and Christian, and we all still look great, but we were a lot younger back then.
So much younger. Yes. And they have definitely gone and been promoted in their careers and are doing really awesome now.
Yeah.
And
so
we're still here in the same
we're
office.
still here. Well, Ken has joined the team now. He's not just my boyfriend attending with me.
Who carries TVs?
Yeah, who carries my winning TV.
There were a few young business owners
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
I hope to see that grow.
Me
just
too.
Because
That was exciting.
Yeah, exactly. It's exciting. It's a sign that the industry can keep going, that people are still passionate about this stuff. It's not a matter of being like, we don't need old people here anymore. Not at all.
No.
But it is nice to see
Well, there were a few years where
younger people care.
Ken and I were the only young people in the room. Yeah. And that was like, oh my gosh.
It was weird, and it was a
Yeah.
lot of like, for Cody especially, it's gotten down. It was like, how's your dad doing?
Yeah.
How are the other people of
Right.
our demographic doing?
Yeah,
And you know, she still gets a little bit of that, tiny bit.
I still get what's your dad up to? Because everybody knows he's retired and stuff, but very
most
few
part.
and far between now, which is nice.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
At least for yourself.
But
Yeah,
seeing
that's great.
young people, seeing people with more enthusiasm, like, and that's part of what this is. It's just like
Energy
filling up that
and growth.
enthusiasm bucket.
Yeah.
Like,
Some of them did bring out enthusiasm when it comes to our, what do you call it? The round table of...
We call it the airing of grievances.
I almost said round table of bitterness, but I didn't.
That could also be it too. We call it the airing of grievances.
Yes, thank you.
However, it's becoming less that, which is really nice.
It wasn't as bad.
No, not
Or
as
not that I've attended before. But
No, this
it's
was-
fiery. It gets fiery.
it
sometimes.
can, and
we
it
saw
has-
that once or twice, but otherwise,
But it gets
in the
excitement
past.
about
Yeah.
minimum wages and kids not wanting to work and Hollywood not putting out enough movies.
or making us hold it too long, or windows. Like, it's just the normal,
Much better this time around. Everybody
Yeah.
was kind of like, okay, we have to deal with these things.
Right. They're not going to go away and us bitching about it's not changing anything. What can we do now?
Let's stay positive. Let's find
Yeah.
solutions to the problems as opposed to just complaining about the problems.
Yeah, I there's been less airing of grievances and more like constructive talk, which was really nice than there has been in years past.
Yeah.
So,
That's great to hear.
but I also, from just a audience perspective, love the airing of grievances. I'm just like, I want treats. I want to watch everybody.
There's good moments.
Yeah.
For sure.
For the uninitiated, I'm sure it got a little uncomfortable, but
No, it really wasn't bad this year.
no, it was not bad this year.
Ken and I have been through some real bad ones.
No, there was some shell shock at the end of it.
Yeah.
I can confirm that.
Oh,
Oh,
Alyssa and Shayla were very much like
I was
that okay? Was that okay?
I was like, oh, this year was great.
I know,
like
we smoked
nobody,
it.
yeah,
We smoked
like,
it.
nobody was complaining this year.
I think I did all right coming out of it. I was like, I was
I mean,
expecting.
we've had fiery voices.
Yeah.
We've seen tears during it.
Yeah.
Like we've seen lots of things. So it was the G-est of these things. Like it was the most
yeah.
the most
Yeah.
softly rated version of the airing of grievances.
Right.
Still really fun though.
We still had one Jerry Stiller, which was awesome.
You always need that.
At the airing of
right?
grievances,
Yeah.
you got to have a Jerry
Come
Stiller.
on.
But, yep.
Is there anything else for Rocky Mountain, or
No.
we can move on to last week's movies and this weekend's movies?
Yep. Well, we hope to see more people there at Rocky Mountain next year. Like, we still want to keep these
Yes.
regional things going. So
Yeah, definitely. Don't be afraid to come as a first timer.
yeah. Yep. They're really fun. At least go once. Check it out.
And if we do come back to help participate in it, we're going to be letting people know in the podcast.
Yeah.
So
and then you
yeah.
can come see us.
Yeah, keep watching or listening. We'll announce that. Yeah, do we want to mention anything about this past weekend with One Battle After Another or Gabby's Dollhouse? We obviously talked about Taylor Swift already.
Yeah.
The one battle after another, we were worried about the content of the film because it has terrorism in it, but
Revolutionaries.
but the rating on it is incredible. For
Yes.
a Warner Brothers movie
Yeah.
to have that high of an audience and critic score.
guys.
But I mean, just a regular Warner Brothers release. It's Paul W.S. Anderson, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, but it's also in late September, so they don't have a whole lot of hope for this one. And
I'm pretty sure this
it's
is
a great
also,
movie.
Yes.
It did okay. I mean, it wasn't super strong. It's hitting a certain audience of, I would say, like older men that don't normally come to the theater, which you gotta get them every once in a while. So I think it's good
'Cause
for
it's
the theater.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
I don't know if the mic hurt you.
It's
Talk
Paul
about
Thomas Anderson.
There was a little spike in there.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay.
Ah,
But it's also his highest grossing opening,
yes.
I believe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He doesn't make
Audience-friendly
He
movies.
doesn't make money in his movies. This
No.
is the same like when Tom Cruise had Top Gun Maverick and it's setting all these records, and you're like, this is good, but this isn't like massive. Mm-hmm. Like it's really good, but I figured he had like it's like 5 times his highest grossing movie of all time.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not a real thing.
Right.
There's no way that's possible.
Yeah, somehow these actors can still be the movie stars, even though
Yeah.
they may not gross as much.
Right.
I don't know.
But that's Brad Pitt doesn't have any like massive grossers,
Yeah.
massive openings. You know, it's just really funny how perception is reality.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
Gabby opened exactly where I thought. I thought it was going to be Paw Patrol level for little girls. Like it's just not going to have a big mass children's audience. It really was for small preschool girls, in particular. So
And then I've got our Thursday night numbers
Let's hear
for
them.
Smashing
Ooh.
Machine and Avatar: Way of Water re-release.
oh yeah,
Any guesses on Smashing Machine?
1 million.
For Thursday, yeah, I would guess 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah, I don't know. Why not?
850,000.
Yeah. Whoa.
Ooh,
Bummer.
it's not ideal.
Not
Bummer.
ideal.
And Avatar,
I was
350,000.
going to say less than 1 million. I was thinking
Less than 1 million.
500.
Less than-
I was going to say 500, but
yeah. No, it's
I
going to be an uphill battle this week. Anybody
Yeah.
that wants to see these movies are going to
My Avatar, surprisingly, not to me, but to some of the theaters that wanted to book the re-release, audiences aren't interested. It's 3D only, which I think
They've seen it already. It was
Yeah.
out like 2 years ago.
yeah, and
Instead
it's
of like 15.
and you're gonna pay money with an upcharge to see something you've already seen. Like, I know it's in 3D and that you can only get that experience in
But
the
they
theater.
already would have seen that in
And we've had some success the last 2 years with bringbacks, but
Right.
bringbacks and anniversaries are hard.
They are hard.
They're not easy things to promote.
And it's like a vibe in the culture at the moment. Like, people were feeling for Jaws, and
because they held out all summer, so it wasn't
Yeah.
playing anywhere else.
well, but it was also like a summer. It felt like it was a good time for like a fun shark movie,
Yeah.
and it was 50 years, and like there's a whole bunch of stuff. But it was also like the 20th year anniversary this year of 40-Year-Old Virgin, and nobody went to that. And then 10 years of Trainwreck,
Yeah.
and nobody went to that. Like, so just because it's an anniversary does not mean that there's definitely an audience out there for it, or that they want to go to the theater for it. You have to make it an event still. And
That was one of the big questions at Rocky Mountain, not really mean
Yeah.
to circle back, but they were asking, like, how do you make every movie an event?
right.
And we can't bang this drum enough, but get creative. Like, you will find
the answer.
you will find something that works for your audience, but you've got to try you're gonna have to try some wild and wacky things
Yeah.
to get out there. I mean,
And
you have to be a used car
You
salesman.
have to. I think I was kind of thinking about this after Rocky Mountain. Not only when you think about promotion, you have to create an activity around it. You have
Yeah.
to create a message around it. You have to create why am I experiencing the nostalgia of this film again in this moment?
Yep.
Right.
Like, why do I want to do that again?
You might have to get Minecraft level audience participation, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to where it's like destructive, but you want to possibly create like participation to where it's engaging towards the movie and
Yes.
not just sitting
Engaging.
in silence.
Right. You're
again.
not just experiencing it again. You're engaging with the nostalgia of it again.
Yeah,
Nervous.
might have to go in that route.
And that's why my favorite stuff of this year was going back to the convention, and the merchandising was the Jaws popcorn buckets and merch this year was
Yeah.
my favorite by far.
Yeah. So I think that's why, like, Avatar, the re-release I'm not having high expectations for it, because I just don't think there was any engagement from the audience and like, you need to go see this again. And it's so far ahead of the new movie that it's like, I don't need to be reminded about this movie yet until the new one
I
comes
know.
out.
We'll talk
Like,
in future weeks about like what Universal's doing with Wicked and Wicked 2.
yeah, I think a much better approach.
Okay.
But I mean, having Avatar 3 months ahead or Avatar 2 3 months ahead of number 3 is just like, okay, we'll go to it. But if they put it the week before,
Would have been
I mean, it's
Possibly. Yeah.
I think
I
that's
just
the
think
way to go.
I think it's the time element because when Avatar re-released before Way of Water, it was still a few months ahead, but I remember it having a decent pop just because it's been 15 years.
yeah.
Like maybe there was like a release or two, you know, but a re-release or two in between. But it's been a long time. It's been 2 years now, and the status quo now is that every 2 years these Avatar movies are coming out. It's not going to feel
The buildup of the demand isn't going to be there as much.
right. There will still be a showing. Like people
Yeah.
will come out. But but building up towards it is not going to feel quite the same.
No. That's okay.
But we've got a solid October, and then with all the questions and
I've got so much product in October. I'm just going to take a moment and say, like, I was worried about October going into it, especially when they moved Mortal Kombat out.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you were.
Well, I mean, I was really excited about Demon Slayer, and that, like, I just had tunnel eyes for that movie. And then I was like, there's nothing else in this month except for Demon Slayer. And now
There is only Demon Slayer.
there was only Demon Slayer. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, like, now that I've passed Demon Slayer, I am like, this month, they don't have enough screens. There's so much product. It's like everybody looked at the weekend of the 24th and was like, that weekend must be available. I'm just going to dump my movie that weekend.
I
And I have
I
like
don't- 7
bookings I can make that weekend.
I don't see a WB or Universal horror movie that weekend. because that's always the weekend before Halloween. So
Right.
you have to hold it over Halloween into November.
Yeah.
Black Phone
They
2
love-
is a week ahead.
They love that spot.
Yeah.
But all the majors love that spot. They're like, yeah, this will play really well in November after Halloween is passed.
Right.
But I mean, it looks like the majors have it figured out, and there's a lot of little guys that are throwing their hat in the ring that
They are.
week of the 24th.
And I'm like, and I really want so badly to support, independent distributors because they supplement you when the majors aren't there. And so you have to support them so that the whole ecosystem flourishes. But we need to spread this out a little bit better so I can support this.
Yes, and the smaller guys outside of the top 6 generally are better on policies and percentages,
Yeah.
and that's so nice to have, and you want to support that
Absolutely.
on our side.
100%.
It's like, oh, we can open a new film for 50%,
Yeah.
or 48%,
Or I can open it on shows and just put it in the 2 shows that it's going to do the most business.
I can guarantee you a week, and they're like, please, that would be amazing.
Yeah. No. So I am being like, I have got to find a space for this.
The ultimate independent of Cody is like, let's do this.
I know. I will take everything. I have no room for it, but I will figure out how it works.
All right, ready to jump into the popcorn bucket pick, which was my pick,
It was Ken's pick.
and
I had a hand in this pick. I literally picked it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do you want to associate yourself with this one?
I remember very specific things about this movie. I don't remember a lot about it. I'm embarrassed. I'll just say it right now. I'm embarrassed by the content of this film.
You guys surprised me by saying you're both embarrassed by this one.
So we both remember being like preteens watching this film. Like I have memories of watching
This would have been
parts
on
of this
TV
movie.
in like 1992.
Yeah.
When I was like 5 or 6. So this would have been something you flip through and be like, oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I remember being freaked out at moments of it. So Ken and I were like, this should be a good one, that we,
Yeah,
for him
no,
to put in the bucket.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
bothered me because there were so many houses where I grew up in the Midwest that were like this house.
You're like, I've
With the
seen that
wood-
neighborhood.
with the wood paneling and the brick pilings in the basement.
So the movie was People Under the Stairs. Wes Craven, The People Under the Stairs.
Yes. Thank you. I also forgot to mention the movie.
And it came up. It was Wes Craven, and I'm like, oh,
And it's PG-13.
and it's PG-13.
For a 90s movie. Okay.
And then I mentioned
yeah.
that in the office, and it was like, when people break form, it's usually bad. When Wes Craven goes PG-13, watch out.
Sure.
So, yeah, it's about this oddball, scary white family that owns a whole bunch of these rentals and this low income, I would say,
Oh, no, Cody's going to give you a synopsis so you don't have to watch
Right,
this.
so
Please don't watch this.
in a black neighborhood. And they are just these terrible landlords that overcharge on rent. And then if you don't pay, they evict you, and they're just really greedy. And that their whole point is to get all the families evicted so they can tear down the building so they can put new condos up and make even more money.
Real quick, I am shocked by how real world this movie ended up
The
being
scenario.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The greediness of this
So-
family.
So if it was a
I was like, all right.
so if it was a 91
All
release,
right.
it was probably made in 89 or 90.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're talking about very prescient.
Yes.
So then
but
the main character,
you also forgot to say the family was also racist. And
they are super racist.
You think
and,
they're
and scary religious.
you think it's a
in
mother and father,
culty.
but it's a brother and sister.
Yeah. So there's a weird.
Is there something going
Oh,
on?
there's,
Yeah.
No, it's a whole thing.
So
Yes.
then they're very racist. And
Again,
then,
I'm sorry.
And then the main character is this young black boy whose mother is very ill and probably dying of cancer, and they're gonna get evicted. They're the
The
last
cake
family.
eater kid from Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
He's so good in this movie.
He's really good.
And
Do you know a prayer? You better start saying it.
It's a cool line. And
It's awesome.
and he needs money, and so they hear that this family, these guys, the landlords, have some gold coins, and they're gonna rob him. Him and this older guy that's a friend of the family, or I'm not really sure. I couldn't.
They're a friend of the family.
Friend
He's
of the family.
adjacent.
Yeah, they're gonna rob him.
A guy that's Ving Rhames.
Ving
I was going to
Rhames.
say, that's
Yeah.
not just any guy.
King Ving is who that is.
Yeah. So
I don't remember him being in this movie. I know I've seen so many bad Ving Rhames movies because he's in them.
Yeah.
And he pops. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
So they go to the landlord's house because they're gonna rob it, and this house is so creepy. There are the windows have bars and metal all over them. There's secret doors that lock you in. They basically, once you're in, you're trapped. There's no getting out of this house.
It's the house from the Burbs.
Yeah, and it's a really cool old Victorian house, which is even better because you're like, oh, that's a really cool house. But they get in and they don't escape. And Ving Rhames gets murdered. Their accomplice gets murdered.
Okay, don't spoil the whole thing.
I'm gonna spoil it. Nobody needs to watch this. And there's this poor little girl in there that is just being tortured, and then the family wants perfect sons. And because she's the perfect daughter, they steal children, and they can't get a perfect son. So then there's all these creepy guys trapped in the basement that never see the light of day, and they're all the sons that.
I wouldn't blame them for being creepy. They were kidnapped and
trapped.
They
were kidnapped and they had their tongues cut out, and they
murder random people.
They murdered anybody that gets into the house.
Gets into the house,
and then they feed them to the people downstairs.
Yeah, but that was the biggest
and
plot hole
they
for me.
Eat them.
Yeah.
Too.
No, there's cannibalism. There was BDSM. There was lots of things in this movie that was like
the dad brother wears this whole BDSM outfit that was like with the mask, the whole outfit, all leather.
Remind me again, how old were you guys when you were watching this?
Under 10, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, Ken would have been. I would have been like maybe 11 or 12.
That's crazy time.
Yeah.
Even for the 90s.
Oh yeah.
So Ken and I are watching this again, and we are scared. And it's not because it's like a jump fright thing. We're just traumatized. It was so disturbing.
It was a big. If you had everybody had trauma. So if you see this, there will be a moment where you're like, "There's trauma in there that is perfect for you."
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just brings up that, and you're just disturbed. It is just so disturbing. The racism, the creepy cultness, the weird sexual undertones.
Overtones,
whatever they are.
There's nothing undertoning here.
Yeah, the torture that I just.
Okay, I'm only gonna say like 2 good things about this movie. The kid from Mighty Ducks,
awesome.
He was awesome. The best actor in the movie had 4 legs. That dog gets electrocuted and shakes on the floor. It was awesome.
Yeah. I don't even want to think how they pulled off that trick.
It was
that dog was
that dog may
amazing.
That dog may have been electrocuted.
No,
I'm joking.
It even did like a little. It even did like a little twitch at the end.
Yeah,
it was such a good dog.
It even went limp in the kid's hands when it was supposed to be killed, like stabbed. It just.
What a good dog.
It was a good dog actor. We were like, oh my gosh, this dog is
Air
amazing.
Buddy, your heart out.
Yeah. And it was scary, and it would jump and growl just when it needed to.
Speaking of good dog actors, The Good Boy, Rotten Tomatoes came in over 90%.
Oh,
that's a little crazy. I liked the movie, but I didn't. Okay.
You're not a like a head over heels dog person though. I feel like anybody who is.
No, but the dog's doing the dog's doing a very good job in the movie.
Yeah.
I just don't think
it's a good boy.
It's a very good boy.
Yes, I just don't think it was that good of a movie.
Of course.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the mark on that.
Let's see. I liked some of the dialogue. There were some really good slides.
Oh,
the vice president.
No, you can't say that.
Yeah, let's not repeat lines outside of the one line I found.
That was our favorite line.
No, it was awesome. I cheered.
From Ving Rhames, it's such a crazy, awesome. For him to say that, I was like, oh my God. Okay, so if you want to watch this movie, watch the first 25 minutes.
And the last 20 minutes.
I gotta be honest, the first
minutes.
25 minutes I didn't like of the movie.
No,
it grew on me over time.
Oh yeah, we should ask
enough.
Kyle what he thought, because he probably didn't have the same trauma we did watching it as parents either.
No.
His
with
parents
little boys.
His parents are very nice.
Yeah. Well, I have nice parents. I just have boys now, children.
You watched that movie at 9 and 10. Like you probably were traumatized early
Maybe.
on.
We didn't have that good of parents if they let us watch it.
Yeah. The 90s were a different time, Ken.
Clearly.
I know. I remember watching it and smoking a cigarette at the same time.
This movie's
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
With my little 2 fingers of scotch. 9. It's gonna be a good day.
Well, I wound up having a kick out of it. I don't know. I mean, I do think at the beginning of the movie, I was turned off by it, and I wasn't understanding, like, how do I want to articulate this? I wasn't understanding, like, why this was the movie that Ken picked. And I guess I still don't really at the end, outside of just, like, you personally watching the movie early on. But I don't know, just later on in the movie, I just liked that it was really going for it and was doing all that crazy stuff you're describing, just because I guess I didn't have those movies. So I'm just being introduced to something new. I guess that's really like my big takeaway. And the social commentary stuff, I think, was very impressive, and I was surprised was even in this movie to begin with. So I think that just also helped with my enjoyment of it. But otherwise, like, the quote-unquote haunted house stuff, I just was impressed by too. Like, that was kind of my takeaway. Like, interesting trap ideas, like good direction to, like, feeling as scared and claustrophobic as the characters. The good stuff in there. I don't know. I
think there's good things. I think I'm just embarrassed by some of the content in the film.
He was just
well, especially for our work environment,
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
it.
He
Yeah.
had his employees watch a film where the guy dressed in a BDSM outfit and leather, and he
We-
was like,
we made-
"Wait, this happened,
There
and I
was
made
one
my employees
racial
watch
slur
this."
and one interrupted racial
Yeah.
slur. I was like,
like,
I don't
oh my
know about this.
God.
I
We
mean,
may
I
need
Did I
to
do
get
this?
some new rules
Yeah.
for these bucket picks.
Well, you said that, and I was like, "There was no way Ken and I remembered that part of that," and we were like,
sure, you can't remember it
next,
all the time.
Yeah.
next,
You guys were
Surprise.
young.
next
You guys
pull
were
from
young.
the bucket. Zombie strippers from Mars.
Right.
Yeah.
This should be fine. Well, yeah, that's all I need to say about the movie. Should we just pick the next one?
Cody does not get a pick this time. You picked a bad movie.
I get in trouble for
It
not
was-
picking his, and now I'm getting in trouble for picking it.
Well, maybe next time, Cody.
Yeah,
You can't win with
I
me.
can't win.
We talked about this during the podcast.
I don't remember then.
Barbarian.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay.
That's not mine, but I did watch it like a month ago. So great. That works for me.
Excellent
Ooh,
choice.
a
Yeah.
modern one.
So who has picked? You and Ken.
Yeah, and-
Has Shayla picked? She's picked,
Yeah.
right? That was the first one.
That was
So
the-
I think that's Alyssa's.
Must be Alyssa's, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not my hand. No.
that was
No. Way messier.
the realm of movies I was trying to pick. Like the first slasher movie I saw was like Friday the 13th #4. And I was like, oh, I don't want to pick that.
Right.
And it was like People Under the Stairs. That one freaked me out because everybody lived in a house like that.
There's a
where
lot
I grew
of
up.
creepy imagery and like
There
you guys
was
were
always a
describing.
creepy house.
Yeah.
Like we grew up, there was a creepy house on the street that you avoided. The guy would yell at you when you walk by. That doesn't happen anymore. People just stay inside and watch
yeah, nobody.
watch TV.
Yeah.
You don't even go to people's houses door to door barely
No.
anymore.
And then
for
I
anything.
almost picked the Justin Long movie, Tusk,
Oh,
Oh.
after Sheila did Slither.
Yeah.
I was like, this is in the same vein.
What a great double feature. Yeah.
But we got another Justin Long movie instead.
Yeah.
what was the? Okay, just on a side note, what was the horror movie? It was like an old time slasher where they're at the summer camp and the kids are.
It's like 9
Half
of
of
them.
them.
I think it's one where the guy with the long fingers kills people.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, is there one where they're at a summer camp?
There's like 9 of them,
Probably.
Cody.
Yeah.
There's
Okay, well, I
absolutely
remember
one
there
where
has
they're
to
at a
be.
summer camp.
There's one like that, and I remember being super disturbed. That's why I didn't put this one in the bucket because I couldn't remember exactly what movie it was. But there's
okay.
a scene where I remember being so disturbed because she had a curling iron that was on get shoved up her, and that's how she died. And I, as a woman, I was just like, no, and it's just so disturbing to me. There's some of those that just get you over time.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Woof.
No, so there's
Sheesh.
but when we did this bucket challenge, I don't watch very many of these, so I don't
Right.
actually have that many movies
Yeah.
to like draw from.
No, I get
Well,
what you
now
mean.
you get to watch Barbarian. And
And now I am kind of a little worried about this one.
It's so
Guess
funny.
where I was going with that. I don't have a lot
we're
of
going to
this
have to
in
watch
my
it on like a
bank.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
The lights on.
or in the office, just amongst people.
Have fun with this one, guys.
Yeah. Well, on that exciting note for next week's podcast,
Yeah.
hope everybody has a great weekend. It should be the best first weekend of October in at least the last 2 years.
Sure.
Sure, we're gonna go with that.
Hey, I'm excited.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Got new decent things coming into theaters, and we're gonna have a nice weekend headed into Tron and Roofman on the 10th.
Yeah.
2 big studio open releases that we should see reasonable numbers out of.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Big grosses.
Bye, everyone.